It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see Stephon Diggs, who's closing in on 1,000 yards receiving on the year. It's the Bills and the Commanders on EA Sports.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today. They come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play two.
Men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from FedEx Field. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Now Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Here's Allen to throw it. And Diggs has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Bills at 5-7 now on the year. But Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. They run again on 1st down. Cook, a strong running. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down at a yard. Here's Cook again. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Cook. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you weren't trying to defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Touchdown, Bills! Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Taken at the goal line. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And a look here now at their fourth-year quarterback.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, it's the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They run with McCaffrey off the option. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. You look at this Buffalo defense, they're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. That's pulled in at the 32. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he's brought down. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Cook up the gut. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd down, Cook. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. And this is going to be incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days. Allen hit. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis, 66 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Here's Bass now for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Gabriel Davis. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Terrell Bernard is in on the tackle. Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 17.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be 3rd down. Howell, he'll look to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Now Howell. That is caught, And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On first down, Howell throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Howell over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Another throw for Howell. And his throw is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Kyle Pitts, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. And it's 17-7. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start. A give. This is Cook. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now we've got a third down and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Third down. Here's a run by Cook. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on third and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. Let's take it inside his own 40. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play calling.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Howell to the air on 1st and 10. Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Now once more, Howell back to the air. And that one's going to come up a little short. It's incomplete.
Offense is moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And here come the Bills. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Khalil Shakir, 91 yards. And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Wide open receiver complete. Down the sideline he goes. And finally taken down at the 15. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Brings up 3rd and
Off play action, it's Howell. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Sly able to put this one through, and that will close the gap down to 14. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. We'll begin with, let's call it a testy-est rivalry in the NFL today. Cincinnati playing host to Pittsburgh in the AFC North. And it's the Steelers who are out in front. 3 touchdown passes there for Kenny Pickett. We'll stay in the AFC South as we head one state over to check on the Indianapolis Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Raiders. Breece Hall, the lone touchdown there as he's cashed one in on the ground. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break. But I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here come the Commanders for the first possession of the third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Courtland Sutton. Touchdown, Washington. Courtland Sutton, 72 yards. And the Commanders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. But, Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Allen. This to the tight end, Kincaid. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be fourth down. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the second time. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Now they go play action with Howell. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that's caught inside the 35. A huge play there for Washington. 47 yards.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Here's Howell. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The Bills getting set to go. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
So after the INT, it's Allen. The throw out wide going to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Yeah, they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On play action, Allen. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3-and-out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and they will take over 1st and 10. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 30 before being taken down. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Howell throwing on 1st down here. And his throw here is incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanting the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to 4th down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Christian McCaffrey unable to get to the marker. And the Bills are going to get the football back. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. He's got it complete to Diggs right side. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. And now he is just 2 catches away from 1,000 on his career. 998 currently. On play action, Allen. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Going to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 18. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. But now we watch everything with great anticipation because he just had his 999th reception. And yes, math majors, the next one, a big one, 1,000. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Allen. Fighting to stay upright. They'll roll him out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Bills will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. Now Howell, and he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Commanders in possession of the football, but they trail as we start this 4th quarter. Howell's throw into the hands of Pitts here. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. McCaffrey running up the middle. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Howell. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And finally, work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards to find.
Good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Howell running right on the option. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Sam Howell, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Commanders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
The extra point by Sly is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And now out come the Bills. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
And the Bills' first down.
From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
24-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. This offense so far on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Play action. Now it's Allen. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders at their own 21. And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Christian McCaffrey. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Christian McCaffrey with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Commanders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Now Joey Sly for the point after. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. Oh, he nearly took it the distance. Not quite, though. What a great return as they finally corral him inside the 5 at the 3.
All praises for a tremendous return, but how about the guys that never gave up on the play, refused to let him get into the end zone, and tracked him down before he got there and made the tackle? A lot of pride exhibited by guys on special teams.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Touchdown! Khalil Shakir. with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bills answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the 4th quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Now comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's come together for you. Big guys up front have created space.
Oh, Howe loses it. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Throwing here, Howell. His throw incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Howell out of the shotgun. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
Taking it about the 36. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. This is a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances of trying to win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, that has been measured revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
Trailing here in the 2nd half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Allen off the play fake. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Commanders are right back in this football game. 1st down, Howell to throw. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
I like the design
time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Here's Howell. And he's got his man on the out route. 2nd and 6 coming up.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and
Howell
6.
to throw.
At their 28-yard line.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. He'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. Back to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion. So I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays up in quick succession if they can.
But now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
4th down, Howell, desperation time. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
Well, you can see what they were trying to do, just send those guys out there to make a play, but that is a costly interception.
Yeah, that's kind of like the backyard. Everybody go deep, and let's see if we can find someone. 4 verticals in the route. Any other time of the game, I love the call. But here, you're not going to hold safeties, you're not going to hold corners with any looks, because they know what the situation is, ends up throwing the interception.
The Bills ready to take over.
And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts.
As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook.
And he will have a Bills 1st down, and that should be that. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people we can hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner? They weren't real happy that their team didn't keep the home field. How about how these visitors came in, calm every step of the way, even with all the pressure, and found a way to get out of here with a win.
So for the Bills, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6-7 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.